is Jake Owen.
Woo!
Jake, good morning.
Good morning, y'all. What's up?
Heads up, we have a guy on the show who won a Super Bowl with the Patriots, Jermaine Wiggins, and he is a country music hater.
Jermaine, what's up, man?
What up?
Country music hater.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. But when I'll ask him one of my questions, you'll see.
I am delighted, and also you're speaking with Chris Scheim, who is a complete fanboy. So I'm going to give Scheim the chance to say hello because he's very excited.
Hi, Jake. It's a pleasure to meet you. You are one of my all-time favorite artists, and it is a pleasure to be speaking with you today.
Well, man, thanks a lot. That's cool. I appreciate that.
So we do this 5 questions thing, and then I want to talk about something special that we're going to do together to raise some money. But I wanted to start off because from a sports perspective and ask you about if it's accurate that if not for an injury, you would have been a professional golfer instead of a country music singer.
Well, that is not factual in a sense where I can't say that I was really ever good enough maybe to be a professional golfer. Those guys are so good. I intended to try to play, at a higher level. But I think the story throughout the years has been misconstrued that I was a little bit better than I probably was. But, hey, I would have given it a shot, that's for sure.
And what's your handicap right now?
It's 0.
Well,
Not
Jake,
bad.
I know that you have played with other professional golfers like Phil Mickelson. I know that you're friends with Jordan Spieth. There's a hilarious story that I heard you tell, I think it was a few years ago now, about at Jordan Spieth's wedding, your interaction with Phil Mickelson. And if you would, for those who haven't heard this story yet, I think our audience would really enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. It was, in short, basically, he and Tiger had played that big match, in Vegas that they built this big hype up to. And I think the outcome ended up being Phil winning $9 million in that match, and the two of them, I think, only made a couple birdies apiece between the two of them. And I'd had a good time that night at Jordan's wedding. It was feeling pretty good. Phil was obviously there. I felt like it was, since nobody else was going to say anything, right? Like I'm going to go tell him what I felt about this match that this guy wins, this money on. And so I say, hey, Phil, you owe me some money for that match you played yesterday. I hate, and it was the worst golf I've ever seen in my life. And I feel like I'm speaking on behalf of everybody else. And I was like, I think it was like $40 I paid to watch that. And he just whipped out $100 bill out of a stack of hundreds out of his pocket, mid conversation with someone. And when he's like, here, he's like, basically go F yourself. He's like, I made 90,000 of these yesterday. So it was, I actually felt bad, to be honest with you. I felt it was a funny story at the time. I was talking to the Barstool guys, not really understanding how much that would blow up, and then it kind of took off, and everybody was coming. I had guys coming out to me, they're like, "Hey man, I don't even listen to country music, but that story was funny, and I like your, And I felt back, I was like, man, maybe I outed Phil Mickelson, and kind of saying something like that. And he hit me and said, "Man, you actually gave me a ton of street cred with with that story." So it was cool.
So everything's okay between you and Phil Mickelson.
Oh yeah, Phil and I are tight. We're good. We're good.
Are you fine with everything going on with him right now? Because he's been a massive headline for everybody. Us on this show, we don't care if he's joining Live Tour or not, but
yeah, guys, it's 2022. I'm going on 23. I feel like after everything everyone's been through in life, we're all human beings. We got to do what's right for our families and our lives. And at the end of the day, too, you're also responsible for what comes out of your mouth. And I think we all know that now at this point in our lives. And so I'm sure he, as a human being, probably feels like, in hindsight, as it always is 2020, that you could go back and change some of the things he might have said. But when it comes to a lot of those guys out there playing in this list or playing PGA Tour, again, everybody's got their own decision to make. So at the same time, too, I think it's up to us to not always judge others. So I'm all for whatever makes people happy. And if I had the opportunity to sign a check for $500 million and go play golf, you'd probably see me playing over there, too. You know what I mean? So,
all right, Scheim.
So I just don't know why these guys are saying that.
Yeah, I could not agree more. Scheim, what do you got?
Jake, so I have one question for you. As a listener to your music and something, you know, you hear a song and you immediately connect with it. Like for me, "Life of the Party" is just one of my all-time favorite songs. As soon as I heard it, I connected with it, and I've listened to it ever since. As a writer and a singer of those songs, is there ever a time, or has there ever been a song that you've written or produced or anything like that you immediately connected with and was like, this is my hands down all-time favorite song?
Wow, great question. First part, thank you for the compliment on the "Life of the Party" song. That's interesting you say that because that song was never a single or anything on the radio, and it's really cool that you reference that song because that's just like an album cut that people really that like my music or whatever would know that song. So thank you for that. And to answer your question, I don't know. I mean, there's so many songs. Even like this morning, I was working out and a song popped on I'd never heard before. And I, as an artist and as a songwriter, I'm always listening because I'm blown away at people's talent. Like going, wow, that is so cool. This, out of all the songs and millions of songs that have been written in this world, that somebody could come up with something that's never been written or a new way to write it. It's a cool way of saying it. And I'm always just intrigued by that type of thing, which is why I think music is something that always is something that brings a lot of joy to my life.
If you want, when you come to town, we can work out together. I've been doing a lot of planking lately. Do you do any planking?
You know, I mean, if you sound like you're getting pretty aggressive, man.
No, he's full of it.
Yeah, he's
Honestly, going up a set of stairs is aggressive for me.
shocking the
Jake.
quads.
And Shime, that was fanboy level 12
Yeah.
with that question. I love it, by the way.
I'm just trying to control myself. To be
Yes,
honest.
Curtis, you have a question for Jake.
I'm always interested with people that have reached where you are, Jake. Who was the musician, artist, or famous person who hit you the most when you learned that they were a fan of your music?
Ooh, good question.
Interesting. Like who was a fan? Like who was a friend or something of mine that's like a fan of my music?
Yeah, for me it was John Buchagras, like 10 in my weekend show. So
means-
that was when I knew I made it. So for you, was it like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or, you know, Drake? Who was it that reached out to you or you found was a fan of your work that really was like, holy crap, I made it?
Actually, believe it or not, Peyton Manning actually is a guy that is, I mean, blows my mind sometimes because I've always been a fan of his. You know, like I didn't know him from Adam. I mean, I honestly quickly can tell you a story of like serendipitous stuff that happens because of that. What you just asked. So my music led me to a guy like Peyton Manning reaching out to me and had me do his charity event, right? And we became friends. And then he asked me to go to his retirement party that his wife threw for him out in LA. And as you can imagine, like the kinds of people that were there, it was incredible. But there was only like maybe 75 or 100 people there. It was very small, but the people that were there, it was unbelievable. My best friend, lifelong buddy since college, has never taken a Buffalo Bill hat off of his head. While we're out there waiting to go to the retirement party, we run into Coach Bill Cowher. Bill looks at my friend and says, "You're really a Buffalo Bills fan?" Yes, he says he is. He goes, "Jim Kelly will be there tonight." We're like, I'm thinking in my head, no way. My best friend who watched Bills go to 4 Super Bowls and lose his whole life. I've given him a hard time about being just like a guy that can't win, you know, just everything, just giving him a hard time. All of a sudden in our minds, we're like, oh my God, my friend's going to meet Jim Kelly for the first time. So we go to this party. He does meet Jim Kelly. The next day we're flying to Canada for a show, but we have to go to Buffalo to catch my bus. And in my brain, I think to myself, how cool would it be? Because we happened to, thankfully to a partnership, we had a private flight going to Buffalo. But I thought, hey, we should ask Jim if he's going back tomorrow, which he was. And I said, would you want to ride with us? And he did. And so anyway, long story short, due to a guy like Peyton Manning, I always think about situations in my life like this that would have never happened. You could have never paid it, written a script, nothing. And for 4 hours, my best friend, John Andolino, who's also my manager, got to sit on a plane with Jim Kelly and ask him every question about all those Super Bowls, all his life, and now they're buddies. And so anyways, I know that was a long story, but I just want you guys to know, like, life happens like in the weirdest ways, and I know you guys know that, but those types of things are what, like, when you ask a simple question like, hey, what's the person that you become a friends with? It's what stems from that, I think, and I've been really fortunate to witness a lot of cool things.
Actually, when you come to town, we're going to do that with you and Shime. We're going to have Shime with you for a full hour. All right.
Hey, I'm down, man.
As long as you're such a big football fan, before you ask what you when it comes to the dynasty here, Bill or Tom?
Oh, did you say Bill or Tom?
Yep.
I'm going to be honest, man. I got to go Bill.
Really?
Okay.
I like it.
Love it. Love it.
I like it.
That's a good one right there. So now for me, I'm not the country music fan, but I would ask this. You probably do a lot of stuff in Nashville, and I am a big Memphis, Tennessee rap fan. Any chance we see Nelly do it, we see Lil Nas X do it, if you could get me in and you could do a song with Moneybagg Yo, any chance we see you do
collab?
like
You want
a
a collab?
collab with a hip-hop artist, or is there a hip-hop artist you'd like to collab with?
First off, I mean, I love hip hop. Like, I love hip hop and have for forever. And I think, and my drummer is from Memphis. And so we're always talking about, I mean, like, going way back in the day, I love 3-6 Mafia.
Okay.
Yeah, God bless. I like, one of my favorite artists was Young Dolph.
All
Bless
right.
his soul.
I'm sold. I am sold. I
There
am
we
gonna
go.
Turn around.
listen, I will go to
Yeah,
a
so
Jake Owen concert just because of Young Dolph.
Yeah, I love Young Dolph. But I don't know, there's a lot of people, Moneybagg Yo, you just said, it would
Yep.
be cool to do a song with him. I just think, like I said earlier, it's almost 23. Like, the world has ever changed, and I think the doors are open to anything and everything, and I'm always excited to do stuff like that. So that's a cool question, yeah.
Anybody who comes up with Young Dolph and Paper Route Entertainment, I'm sold. He was one of my top artists of all time. But I am on. Check out Duke
That's
Deuce from Memphis.
Well, Jake,
All right.
listen, I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to do together, and I do want to mention your foundation, and you do an awful lot of good in not only in your community but all over the place. So just a little bit before we get to what we're going to do together here in Boston, a little bit on your foundation and what you're trying to do.
Yeah, thanks for asking. It's been over 10 years now. We originally started thanks to country music in general. Honestly, they've wrapped their arms around St. Jude Children's Hospital and created an awareness. Going back to the guys in the band Alabama, created this Country Cares program, which every year they create this awareness to give back to St. Jude. And when I started a foundation, I wanted to do the same and kind of expand on that. And as I was doing all sorts of different events, I realized that my foundation was larger than just my hometown, giving back to St. Jude, which we still do. So we changed our motto to helping people in the places they call home, which is really why I was intrigued by your foundation and the way that you all help people in tragedy. But we have the ability to help people in any way possible within our hometown to make their hometown better, as long as obviously they have a 501. And we've done everything from send kids to college that are now doctors, to built baseball fields in towns that give kids the opportunity to go, and we call it baseball fields, but they're sports complexes where kids can go in and do everything from football to soccer and all different kinds of things. And it's just been an incredible thing in my life to do, and something I'm very passionate about, because I never thought either I would ever be here anyway with music, but to use this platform and I used my family's really involved. So it's something that we're really proud of. And each year we do lots of different satellite events from all the way out in California at Pebble Beach to down in Florida where I'm from. And we've had everybody from Jimmy Buffett to you name it come and play our events. And it's been an incredible last 10 years. And we're still building.
Well, speaking of playing events, I cannot be more excited and maybe more surprised that you are going to come here on Saturday, September 24th, and play an event for the Greg Hill Foundation. And we're going to do it at Big Night Live, which is a small venue. So I know you're probably used to, at this point, playing in front of 5, 6, 7, whatever, 10,000 people. But this is going to be an intimate performance to benefit the foundation, and I can't thank you enough for coming and doing it.
No, I'm absolutely fired up to do it. And like I said, I was really intrigued by reading what you guys do and what you have done with y'all's foundation. And it's a big deal. So I'm super proud to be there. And I'm thankful that you guys take the time to chat with me and even ask about mine. That's a big opportunity to be able to spread the word about that. So very much appreciated.
Do we get a little say in the playlist?
Say what?
Set list. Do we get to pick stuff on the set list? I know Shime wants to pick the set list.
Yeah, Chime. I mean, you threw out that Life of the Party. It's funny, I hadn't heard anybody mention that song in a while, so I might have to throw that in there for you, bud.
If you play that song, I will be in the stands weeping tears.
You don't want to know physically what you're going to see if you play that song.
Shime will be the life of the party.
Shime will have a party in his pants if you play that song,
All right,
Jake.
Greg.
That's hilarious.
All right. Well, we are just putting tickets on sale for this event. This is the second show we did. We did OAR last year, and we thought we would we'd take it to the next level and do a show with you. So it's happening on Saturday, September 24th. Tickets are on sale now. And you go to Courtney, ghflive.com.
Yep, it's going up on your Instagram and my Instagram as we speak.
Okay. And we got a little like acoustic performance beforehand. And then if you want, you take your 0. I'll take my 11. We'll go play Granite Links before or something like that during the day if you want to get out and lose a little bit of that country music star money on the golf course. And we can't wait to see you come September.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. We'll do it all.
All right. Jake, thanks for taking the time. You made Shime's life and the rest of us too. And Wiggy, and you turned Wiggy into a country music fan. And Curtis.
Young Dolph, man.
Look at Curtis in the Twitch chat. He's turned into a country music fan.
No, I mean it sincerely. I would have never heard from Jake or spoken to him, and because of you and your foundation and your show, it's awesome. Jake, you really sound like a truly great guy who is grateful for all that's come your way. So it's pretty cool.
And I would have known he was a Young Dolph fan, so that's major.
All right, Jake. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, that's major. That's right.
You like that?
All right.
That's right. That's good, man.
All right. Hey, before you go, back to football for what do you make of Mac Jones? Because Wiggy and Shime, neither Wiggy or Shime think he's going to be much.
Ooh, I don't know. I'd rather not comment. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't give you an honest answer on that. It would be a dumb comment.
Oh, he's in the Shime Wiggy camp, I think, maybe. All right. Hey, Jake, we'll see you in September. Thank you so much for doing this and helping us raise all the money. I really appreciate it.
Man, I honestly, like I said, everything I wouldn't just say. I'm really looking forward to doing it. And you guys sound cool. I'm looking forward to meeting you, and I appreciate the time.
All right, man. That's Jake Owen.